Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Leanne, Lily Mazaret. And this is my third try at making the video today. My original topic was called Let the Dog Out. And I got interrupted twice while making that video, so I decided that maybe I'm on the wrong topic, and maybe that's why I need to reassess what my message is today. And I said, well, what other message would I like to give today? And then I realized it's my birthday today. And I wanted to talk to you about that because it's my birthday. And so that's my topic today, because I want you to think about what's happening for you on your birthday. Our birthday is the day that we came into this world. And we celebrate it every year, but we don't really think about it. We don't really think about what to celebrate. Most of the time it's a birthday cake, a song, a couple of presents wrapped up, and some pomp and circumstance. Or maybe it's a big night out and you go out with your friends and you get trashed, or whatever people like to do on their birthdays. My idea of it has changed a lot over the years, and that's what I'm trying to get across today, is that if you haven't looked at your birthday celebrations, it may be that you're not even looking at your life. Because what I want to discuss is not so much how we celebrate the one day a year that is supposed to represent the remembrance of the beginning of our journey on earth. And instead we just celebrate it with ceremonies. Don't often think a lot about it. It's sort of like, well, have you asked yourself, am I happy with my life? Am I happier than I was last year at this time? Or am I the same? And if it's the same, then maybe that's okay if you were also really happy last year. But if it's the same and you were not happy last year, then maybe it's time to start asking yourself what you're doing throughout the year to ensure your own happiness, and hopefully the increase of it, and the prosperity and satisfaction with life that is one's birthright. And I'm not talking about a silver spoon. That's not our birthright. It doesn't always take a silver spoon for anybody to be happy in life. A lot of times it just takes a moment to take stock of what is amazing and gorgeous and beautiful and worth being happy about. It's about measuring what's good instead of focusing on what isn't. It's reminding yourself of everything that you have instead of making lists of what you don't have or don't yet have. And this sounds like an old, philosophy about just be grateful and have an attitude of gratitude. And it sounds like that because it is a lot like that. Many of those ancient wisdoms are things that we pay a lot of lip service to, but don't actually practice in our daily lives. So we don't have very many skills around us in how to take stock of the things that are meaningful and worthwhile and happy making. And we need to do this more often, and not just on our birthdays. And we're not even doing it then. But the birthday is a good time to just think about it. And if you're not practicing daily gratitude, then maybe that's something you want to do before your next birthday. Start learning how to do that. And the reason for doing it is not just to simply settle for the life you have, or the things that accepting all the stuff that isn't the way you want it to be. It's part of just accepting it for now, meaning this is the way it is now, and it doesn't do me any good to be miserable about it. I would just ruin my own birthday party. And if you want to have a birthday every day, then why would you ruin your day every day? Why would you ruin it for a minute of a day or an hour of a day? Because you don't need to. I mean, there's intermediate things that tick me off, and there's long-term goals that I have yet to achieve on this birthday. But I look back at where I was a year ago, and I'm in an incredibly different place than I was a year ago. And I look back at the year before that, and I'm in a really different place from where I was then. But if I look back, maybe, for the previous, like, years, 10 years, 7, 9, whatever years before that, emotionally and like heartfelt happiness wise, I was in pretty much the same place all the time. I was doing different stuff, and I was doing it in different places, like different jobs and moving around, but I wasn't really any happier from year to year. And that's a lot because I wasn't letting the dog out of my life. That dog was cooped up and wasn't getting a walk on a regular basis. And that was my original topic today, was to let the dog out. Let the dog get out every day, do something that is exciting for you and entertaining for you, so that you don't feel the need to just bust out and make a huge wild move, run around in traffic, because you finally get free. But then there's so many of us too that have been so long inside of our cages that even if the door's open, either we don't notice or we don't leave. And that can be very sad from year to year. We get very resigned to that sort of lifestyle, and that, well, this is just the way it is. This is just what life is. Just, just suck it up, or just have another drink, or smoke another joint, or whatever people do to anesthetize themselves to the ongoing dissatisfaction or boredom or lack of freedom that they feel. Now, sometimes these lack of freedoms are self-imposed. These are choices we've made, commitments we've agreed to, and sometimes we need to honor those commitments without sacrificing ourselves. And there's ways to do that, and instead of just bolting out of your marriage or selling your house and moving away from everyone that you know and love, if that's not really what you want, that might be a little drastic in terms of just getting the sense of freedom and happiness that you need in order for you to feel a sense of movement from year to year, birthday to birthday, or even just put some variety and spice and sense of adventure back into your life. You can do that in much simpler ways. You don't have to make radical changes. But on the other hand, if you're ready for a radical change and you're able to make a radical change without hurting the ones you love, then by all means, make a radical change. There's nothing stopping you. And a lot of times it doesn't always hurt people. We live our lives sometimes for them to the detriment of ourselves. This is a fine line to walk, because we make relationships with people, we have families, and we also have a relationship with ourselves. And it can get to the point where we lose ourselves inside of our family obligation, our family identity, our family's best interest. And there's a fine line between, walking your path and walking your path for someone else's benefit. It's one thing to, trade time for money, if that's what you want to do, and then you have somebody else's priorities and agendas and goals and teams and all that to work with. But oftentimes we make our family our job, one of our priorities, at the expense of our own selves, and we're not necessarily trading time for money for it. We're trading our energy and self-satisfaction for theirs. So find the balance between what you're doing internally and what you're doing externally. Because a dog that gets out and walks regularly is healthier, happier, is able to be a better partner on the leash, because they know they're going to get out again tomorrow, and they don't have to run wild in traffic or try to escape. They just enjoy the journey. They save some energy. They take a rest. They maybe don't bolt after every fine thing they see. I guess it's almost time to go. So, okay. I'm in the middle of something here. Just wait your turn. Okay, maybe that's a good way to end the video. Wait your turn. And if it's your birthday, Take your turn. Take your turn today. This is my third try trying to make a video today. We're going to go with this one. All right. Lily's signing out. Happy birthday! Okay. Oh, wow. Can't turn the video off.